welcome, Juliet, and thank you very much for accepting to come on to Drumbeat to talk a little bit about your piece and to ask a few questions. So, tell me, who are you? Who is Juliet?
Well, I am Juliet, and I go by my stage name of Julia Noe. I am the last of 4 children, and I'm the daughter of Rachel and Joseph. That's how I prefer to identify. I'm a first-generation Trinidadian Canadian, and I'm a mother, a sister, an auntie, a great auntie, and a niece.
What is your work? How do you present it, and how do you look at it?
See, my work is almost just like it's like each piece that I construct is like I'm birthing a new child. It's really a process for me where I just kind of wait till the energy comes and I speak to that energy. So I'm a spoken word artist. My work is to bring awareness to the art form of spoken word, to the art form of poetry, but also just to emphasize that any one of us has a story to tell. We're all individuals, and my story is not better than anyone else's. And through my work, my words, I just want to be an advocate for people to use their voices and to hope that my pieces resonate with just even one person.
Why is this piece so important to you?
Well, the piece for me is I wanted to capture the lived Black experience. It is so unique and so individualized, and to see the beauty of my people and our achievements, but also the contributions that we've made is so profound to me. And it's we're not here, unfortunately there's some dialogue in society that we're here to wreak havoc on society, but we're just here with our own lives, our own challenges. We have our own hopes and dreams, and we are humans, and our blood is also red. And by highlighting this through this piece and other pieces, it's just for me to highlight the various ways that our lives intersect, like the intersectionality pieces and peeling back the layers of the onions that we all have. And I want to be able to show through any of my pieces or any of my words that we're just as important. I'm just as important as you. You're just as important to me. And, none of us is better than the other. We're all human beings at the end of the day.
We're going through a very, very important time in the lives of Black people. I'm sure you agree. The past 2-3 years, a lot has happened. And I don't know, how do you see your piece changing, influencing positive social change?
Well, this piece in particular, as well as other ones that I've written, for me is to center the margins. It's one of my most important goals with everything is I want to use my voice, my work to just highlight my passion and how, just like I mentioned before, we're all the same. When we walk through a door, we all automatically are putting people in boxes and there's hierarchies and stuff like that. But I desire to enact change through my pieces, through my words. And because I'm the mother of 2 young Black men, I have extrinsic fears. I have profound desires for them to have a fulfilling and successful life, just as any other mother would, right, or parent. So my work is just to wake me up, but also to wake up everyone in the morning and to just have them connect to the words that I'm saying and to model the behaviors of a good human being and a world citizen. That's what I want to see.
But how do you see that influencing Black people? The words that you're saying and the empowerment that you're saying, how do you see that?
Well, I'm a sociologist, right? So I delve a lot of my writing into my professional life, my academia, as well as obviously my personal life. If we reflect on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we all, again, I'm coming back to the human being piece, we all have needs and wants and dreams, and Black health is no different. And it's so profoundly important. It needs to be discussed and not dismissed. We're not just carcasses just to be used and abused and cast aside. So all of my pieces, I want to, again, voice our uniqueness and our beauty, and to kind of draw on that empathetic human condition that I know that we all have. Black health is it's almost like when you think about it, you think about whether it's prostate cancer in our Black men, or the high levels of diabetes and hypertension. You know, it's like you're facing Mount Everest, and our health is marred with many obstacles and misunderstandings and rife with maltreatments. But by continually showcasing that we are just as deserving of the same rights and privileges as our neighbors, I believe the opportunity exists for true social change, to greatly contribute to the exceptional shifts in the health and the welfare of my people, of our people.
Okay, we're going into Black History Month. What does that mean to you?
So Black History Month is, it's a time to celebrate. It's the successes of people who have come before us, who've paved the way, who've made it so profoundly, remarkably easy for you and I to even sit here today. I reference a few things throughout my pieces, whether it's Miss Boone, with the invention of the ironing board, or looking at the candle wicks and, the lights and just the roads we're traveling on. We are intertwined, and Black history is not, for me, something that we should just celebrate in February. It's something that we should celebrate all the time. My ancestral history has been fundamentally shaped before I even knew who I was out of the womb. And, I want to acknowledge the people wholeheartedly who came before me and who struggled. And through works of equity, diversity, inclusion, anti-racism, anti-Black racism, phobias, homophobias, issues with our LGBTQ community, prejudices, violence against women. There's just so much discrimination. So for me, Black History Month is a time to just kind of silence all of that noise, and to just have almost like you're hearing a symphony of just beautiful chanting music, everyone coming together and reflecting on who we were and who's running through our veins and our blood. And we can only really truly tackle this, I think, by acknowledging not just us, we know this, but acknowledging that we are viable citizens and we deserve recognition. And, it's not just the outliers, in our society, it's all of us.
No, I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for this short interview.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's such a privilege. I'm so super humbled that I've asked for this. So I appreciate your time and the opportunity, and I hope everyone can find even one stance in my piece that resonates with them. And if I touch even just one person, that's my goal right there. Right? You hear that all the time, but it's truly how I function.
I'm Black like the tar baby needing sucklings daily. Black like the Negro crayon no one wants to put on. Like the opposite of white, Black how fear grows throughout the night. The original peoples discarded, erased from history, nobody's equals. Opposing football teams full of great Black talent, but only white men to lead. Black like Du Bois, Baldwin, and Ash, playing cards of time only to be lashed. Tuskegee, Black Wall Street, Africville, hoping for community yet crushed and dismantled by evil. Hogan's Valley, Amber Valley, and Wade, destruction of pride, hope that will fade. Black like my hair, kinky, coily, and tight. We used to be bought, good hair is the play. The lynchings, always needing churches and songs for healing, strange fruit swinging, haunting the root. 8 minutes to void, the world watches, screams into the void. Black like my sons, kings in thine right, stripped of their language, their heritage, and might. Hutus meet Tutsis, genocide, like savages kill each other from religion side eyes. Hashesh split, Kushite, 25th, erased from books, beliefs of who the first to exist. Black like the box we're all forced to tick. Black like the creation of candlelight wicks, like Miss Boone ironing with starch, creations erased from the whip from the bark. Black like Biles, Venus, and Serena, dominating the world and teaching the teacher. Black like Black Mamba, may he still rest in peace. Passion unparalleled like like George, James, and Iverson B. Black like gestures, the blackface, the names, the constant whitewashing, the pain, ex-Luther and Panthers, bleaching of skin, draining catheters, tolls, I am in Danielle and Johnson's, the difference between Aubrey's, Georgia, and Rittenhouse's, Wisconsin, like Rudolph, Flujo, and Kersey. Royalty is all throughout this. I hope one can see my Black life matters because Black lives matter too. There is no division because the point is all lives matter, boo-boo. You will huff and you will puff and you will blow my house down, but Piggy, no really, I will still wear my crown. The beauty of the dark of the berry, the sweet of the fruit. Strange how no one can see through this root, like how we've been conditioned. We're told we're from apes, like how blacks and monkeys were scapegoated to HIV's notorious fame. Struggle for identity, disenfranchised on the daily. Gentrification, affirmative action, ghetto. Black like the black card the wealthy will bestow. The stereotype that African kids' bellies are empty when actually the continent, no, it's not a country, has blessings of food aplenty. Quadroon, Jim Crow's one drop makes you a coon. Drinking gourds could lead masters to Black Betty House Negroes, violence-induced wounds. Amistad, Alcatraz, Rikers, antebellum style, blood and Crips fighters. My history laughed at and scoffed. My people's ways revered but constantly mocked, like my skin, my reign, my king. Like Obama when he took the win. Like my Jesus, Savior, and Lord. How Selassie was not some Rastafarian folklore. Black before I came, black when you see me. Nowhere to hide in this game, believe me. Black is my beauty, my blessing, my healing balm. I am no angry black woman, no female Uncle Tom. It is my badge, my grace, my lived experience, the exhaustion of constipation and excessive lenience. Black forms from mixing all of the colors. It keeps on shining and it will not get duller. Black is power, it is grace, it's constantly knowing one's place. It is to rise, it is to sow. It is the seeds of soil of life to be grown and invested in health, to receive equal treatment, to be seen as a human, not burdened by malfeasance. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Black social justice needs this. It is for the betterment of these things, again with the oppression that these movements bring. Sing to the songs of hymns to be sick, lyrics to which like the great Hendrix licked. Intersectionality is power like Crenshaw to the masses. We all have a story, the layer of blackness to the onions can certainly be massive. Beehive, Fenty, Harper work so hard for us to be seen. The geniuses have grown from the marrow. Skin deep, black is to stand, it is to kneel like Kaepernick, Chappelle, the sorrow on patriotic next feel. Black is my honor, it's my way, it's my truth and culture day after day. It's my love language, my lips, hips, dips, my pride. Botox to seize the dream. It is the difference of skin lightning, burning creams. Black is the metamorphosis to be better things. Black is my star. Black is not my plight. Black is the beauty of white stars in the night. Black is Kanye, Chance, Gambino, and Jigga. Black does never allow you to call me your